Julius Novachrono has regained his strength and is now apparently 23 years old. Will Yuno receive a new power-up that will help him to get into the Clover Kingdom, to defeat the demon god together with Asta, and then come immediately back to the Spade Kingdom? Black Clover 281. Black Clover 281 shows that Julius Novachrono was able to return to his older form, but he was only able to block a single attack before turning 13 again. This is in many ways inconsistent with what Julius explained earlier. The Wizard King Julius Novachrono stated that he collected time in the seal of his forehead so that he could repeat things if something could go wrong, to heal his wounds and have a quote-unquote new life. Apparently this young age was the oldest he could become, and he stated that he lost all his power, but now suddenly he can make his body 10 years older again. And with this older version that appears to be 23, he is able to use advanced magic such as chronostasis, which works only with mana zone. This in turn means that he does not appear to have lost all his power, as he had led everyone to believe, but is actually able to restore his original body, once he has accumulated enough mana or time to regain his old strength. And the confusion continues with the fact that Julius said that he could only use this type of spell as he saved time in the seal. But now Julius was using a similar spell when he was only 13, which made him 10 years older. This means that Julius Novachrono must have also trained in the last 6 months. And there are people in the Black Clover fandom who believe Julius is saving his enemies time by either injuring or killing them. It is hard to believe that Julius Novachrono could kill people in his current stage, and the fact that killing people is necessary in order to collect time seems more dark than it will suit to a Julius who is not evil. How he was able to collect 10 years of time in a period of only 6 months, at the same time discover and train this magic with only 13 years, is a mystery. You see, Julius either lied or didn't tell the whole truth about the spell he used 6 months ago, or he used the 6 months to literally train day and night. Why Julius didn't say that he was capable of this, and why he did not try to save Yami together with everyone else, is questionable. But maybe he suspected that something like an attack on the Clover Kingdom could happen, so he stayed in the Clover Kingdom. But then again, if he didn't try to save Yami and William together with everyone else, even though he was capable of using strong magic such as chronostasis, because he suspected an attack in the Clover Kingdom, why didn't he tell anyone else about this possibility so everyone could prepare for this? This is very typical for Julius. He's just like Nacht, who doesn't tell the whole truth, hides information, and knows more than others. Definitely a suspicious character, but the fact that he used his strength to protect humanity and even risks his true identity in front of everyone speaks more of his will to protect the kingdom and his good intentions. Julius still has many secrets, such as why he took Yami and William, the 2 sources for the Tree of Death, independently of the Magic Knight examen, to his squad and later made them captains, why he led Asta and Yuno to places that indirectly made them stronger, such as the dungeon where Yuno found the spirit and Asta his sword, and so on. This new chapter once again shows that Julius is doing a lot behind the scenes, and we simply can't trust him, even if he's not evil, as he always keeps information for himself. However, after Julius changed into his 23 years old body and was able to block an attack with chronostasis, he immediately lost the age and turned back into his 13 years old body because the spell was inconsistent. This is very problematic, as Julius Novachrono did not want the citizens of the Clover Kingdom to know about the secret, and thus that the Wizard King has lost all his power. Now the secret has been revealed. This will have consequences that make the selection of a new Wizard King unavoidable. Most likely after the Spade War arc, a new Wizard King will be selected if Julius does not learn to control his strength by then. And the fact that Asta appeared right after Julius and Damnatio, who are probably the strongest magic knights alongside the captains, will definitely benefit him when it comes to showing the citizens of the Clover Kingdom that he is not dangerous even if he is devil possessed, and maybe even give Liebe a possibility to have a normal life. Asta will most likely defeat the demon god with his devil unit mode, clearing his name and devil power in front of everyone else, Damnatio and the entire Clover Kingdom. Asta will protect everyone and defeat the demon god, whom not even Julius as the Wizard King could defeat. It is clear to us why Julius couldn't, but the citizens of the Clover Kingdom don't care about this. They only see that Julius failed and Asta wins. They will compare Asta's victory against the devil god with Lumiere 500 years ago, and this will give Asta a lot of recognition as a potential future Wizard King. And perhaps some citizens will already see Asta as something like the Wizard King. Lumiere became the Wizard King right after defeating the demon god, starting the tradition of the Wizard King. Exactly the same action that Asta will take. Of course, it's far too early for Asta to become the Wizard King, I know, but this action will have positive consequences.
This gives Yuno an extreme disadvantage in aiming to become the Wizard King of the Clover Kingdom. It is interesting that at the same time, Zenon explains the situation to Yuno. The ancient demons are born from hatred and the underworld. Two royal princes from long time ago in the Spade Kingdom became the two current demon gods. One fights against Meryleona and the other against Asta in the Clover Kingdom. The Grinberryall family sealed these two ancient demons for years, but the Dark Triad has now set them free. This is very interesting as it could open up a new plot and backstory in relation to what happened all the time ago when the two princes of the Spade Kingdom turned into these two demons. Just as the plot of the first saga was explained by the events 400 years ago and the attack of Lick's demon god, the current plot of the second saga can also be explained by the events of the two princes who, like Lick, became the demon gods. The only thing that comes to mind is the first Clifford creation, which most likely took place about 1,200 years ago, just before the Hot Kingdom was created, and 90% of humanity was killed. This memory that Lolopechika saw was most likely the memory of the first Hot Kingdom queen, and is likely related to the reason the two Spade princes turned into the demon gods. We are going to make a whole video on this subject about what exactly happened 1,200 years ago. Subscribe with the notification bell turned on so you won't miss this video. What's the point in informing Yuno about what's happening in the Clover Kingdom when we readers already know the situation? There are three options. Number one, it's just a writing method to explain the reason why these demons are in the human world and who these demons are and where are they from. Number two, we know from the power system in Black Clover that there are two ways to get new spells and power-ups. Number one, with training, where Yuno has already trained indirectly by collecting mana to achieve this new form. The second way, however, is due to an emotional moment. This emotional moment could actually come after he realizes that the remaining members of the Golden Dawn are in danger again, and he is unable to protect them, and he is again too weak to defeat Zenon. This moment can trigger several scenarios. Elf Yuno could come back because of the magic stone. This magical stone could be connected to the underworld now better than ever. The magic stones are used for the reincarnation of the elves. Scenario 2. Yuno unlocks a new Wind Guard weapon, which is rather unlikely because this would be too early for him after he has already unlocked the North Wind. Besides that, we believe that Yuno can only unlock a new Wind Guard weapon in his elf form. Scenario 3. Yuno is desperate and has the same fate as the two princes of the Spade Kingdom. This scenario is even less likely but logically possible. And the last scenario, which can vary in many possible forms. Yuno falls into deep despair and his 4-leaf clover will turn into a 5-leaf clover. In combination with his magic stone, Yuno can possibly even use the 5-leaf clover dark wind magic Grinberryall. All of these possibilities can be combined and appear in different forms, but it is definitely possible. Remember, this is just a spoiler video and shows our first thoughts. We will later make an entire video about Yuno's possible power-ups in the Spade War that makes him strong enough to defeat the devils. And the last option, why Zenon tells Yuno about it, is so that Yuno can somehow return to Spade Kingdom and fight the demon god together with Asta. This would give Yuno the same chance as Asta to gain recognition for the title of the Wizard King. How Yuno would come to the Clover Kingdom in a short moment depends on whether he will receive a power-up or whether he may ask Nacht to bring him to the Clover Kingdom. After defeating the demon god together with Asta, he would be able to bring Asta to the Spade Kingdom using the same method. In fact, it is not unlikely that Yuno has teleportation skills, as the wind gods are known to be faster than teleportation itself. Which sounds illogical at first, but if you reflect this mythological description on Black Clover, it can be said that Yuno will unlock a new magic which is linked to his spirit dive and which will allow him to use the wind teleportation. So that's it for today, boys. Let us know in the comments how you liked our video, and if you are new to our channel, make sure you smash the like button and hit subscribe with the notification bell turned on so that you don't miss any of our new videos. Yummy out. See you in the next video.
I love my niggas to death. We ain't shit without our own boys. The only thing a nigga got left.